Did you feel you would really need to be locked in defensively to stay connected? And obviously that didn't happen. What were the biggest problems at that end?
Yeah, no, I think absolutely. And this has happened to us a few times this year. If our defense isn't sound and right, and we're playing a team with the firepower of certainly Duke, it can get separated quick. And we've had a few games where we've gotten beat handily, and that's a humbling place to be. And so you know that going in, and you work at it, and you try to prepare as well as you can. But, we really got they got the ball in the lane, down the floor, on the glass, every which way. And if our defense isn't holding in there, and they guarded us well. John's done a really good job with this team. They have great offensive firepower. You can see their experience, and they guard hard. And, we looked like Reese is our only guy who's played in this building, and no one else has played in here, and it looked like it was a bit much at times for us. So that's what it was, but that's a few times. You can come up here and do this if you want, if you have something to say. I'm sorry. That's all right. All right, next question, please.
Sorry, Tony, the matchup with Filipowski obviously was going to be challenging. What did you think of Jordan and Blake there? And then you switched to Ryan, who seemed like he gave you some good effort on Filipowski.
No, we just really said, I don't know if we got a little stunned at times, but the fight and the soundness, the fight was better in the second half, but again, the soundness was a bit much. But yeah, that was a lot for Blake and a lot for Jordan. And, not just him, Mitchell, obviously, he can drive and do stuff. But, it had to be a collective effort. Ryan, I think bothered him a little more, and so we went with that. But hopefully we'll learn from that and grow from that. There's not much to say. I mean, they pretty much got what they wanted in the first half. It was a mismatch.
Tony, a dozen turnovers. Typically, you're so sound with the basketball. Just what would you attribute that to?
Yeah, I think Duke's good ball pressure, taking some of our guys out. They're all over IMAC, and, of course, they're putting pressure on Reese. And again, when we couple that, it's tough when you're struggling and then you get a few layups or clean looks, or you hit a three and they call it a moving screen, and those kind of, you feel that magnitude of that. Then you go down on defense, and they're getting what they want. So it just we got a bit rattled, and some were careless turnovers, and some were their good defensive pressure. So they do a good job.
Andy.
Tony, what must you do against Georgia Tech to give you optimism and momentum going into the ACC tournament?
Yeah, I mean, we've been in this spot before, Andy. We've gotten blown out by a few teams, and we've got a week now, and so you prepare as best you can, because every game's important. We're fighting like crazy to try to, finish as high as we can in the conference, get the best seed we can, fight for an NCAA tournament berth. All that stuff matters, and so, as crappy as I feel right now, we're still playing in meaningful games. This team still has, what they've done. So I look at that and say, okay, keep trying to build on it. And I will, and they better keep swinging until the last tick on the clock for that thing. We have to. And again, it's meaningful. So use this week in the right way. And, again, this happened at Virginia Tech. It happened a few times. Say, just come together. And it's humbling, but you get back after it and push hard.
Tony, you said fight to make the NCAA tournament. How does it hit you that you're likely to be a double bye in the ACC tournament, yet you're having to fight going into the final weekend?
Yeah, and I really haven't looked, so I don't know. Every game's important, and I have no idea exactly what our status is. I don't look at it. That'll take care of it. But I do think this league, I've heard someone sent me was on Brad Brunell's comments. It was on this, what was it on, the Scott Van Pelt? Yeah, and I thought that was interesting. I really hope, all I can say is the people behind the closed doors, the selection committee, whenever that time comes, they'll look at all that stuff, because it's been brought to the attention now. It's public now, so they'll look at that. And we've had teams that have had a really good net and haven't gotten in the past. So, again, you got to trust the body of work. I know we've had some bad blowouts and all that, but I just want us to play as good as basketball as we can. And if we're supposed to be in there, we will, and we'll keep fighting.
Tony, you mentioned that Reese is the only guy who's been in this building.
Yep.
He's your veteran. He's played the most ball. What did you see from him today? Not playing-wise maybe, but in terms of leadership, trying to keep guys locked in?
Yeah, no, it's hard because you're down so much. He just kept saying, come on. He was trying to speak to him at halftime. And always, you're trying to challenge encourage, and that's a fine balance. But he's doing everything he can, and you know, again, I think it's last time he was in here, he hit that last second. I think he hit the shot, and had a little more experience with him. This time he's, you know, it's a little different, but he's got character and he wants to win, and I know he'll when we show up for practice, he'll be ready to go, and we'll keep trying to get better.